If you do these 3 things first thing in the morning, I promise you, you will go from this to this. Wow, girls, what are y'all eating, my loves?
I got piggies. I got piggies. Waffles. I got bacon and I got waffles and eggs.
Wow, wait a minute. What the heck did these little babies eat?
Wait, let me get all.
They look kind of freaky.
I got bacon, piggies, eggs. I got waffles too.
Awesome. If y'all eat this, what's gonna happen? Let me see. Let me see y'all flex off. Oh, you go, Lola. No. What's up, everybody? My name is Logan Delgado, aka Goody Beats. I am a proud father, a proud husband. I've lost a total of 70 pounds utilizing the ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting, and I'm now dedicated my life to help you, yes, you reach your goals, and to never forget that it's never too late to become what you might have been. In today's video, guys, I'm gonna show you 3 breakfasts that you should absolutely be eating if you want to reverse your insulin resistance, your type 2 diabetes, stop being obese, and improve your metabolic health. So enough talking, let's dive into meal number 1. All right, so for meal number 1, what we're having is one of my favorite go-to meals, a very low glycemic meal, which is really good if you're trying to reverse your insulin resistance and reverse your type 2 diabetes. So right here, what we have is eggs, bacon, and avocado, and this is such a great meal. Number 1, because it is packed with protein, and it's got fiber as well from the avocado. So what I always try to tell everybody, when you have a meal, make sure you have some fiber, some fats, and protein along with whatever carbohydrates you're gonna have. With this meal, there's absolutely no carbs. Well, there's a little bit of carbs from the avocado, but it's almost nothing. And so this is not gonna have a big impact on my blood sugar. It's gonna keep my blood sugar stable, which is exactly what you want when you wake up first thing in the morning. You absolutely do not want to have a bowl of cereal, Starbucks macchiato, or whatever sugary drink. You do not want to spike your insulin first thing in the morning because you are setting yourself up for failure for the rest of the day. You're going to have a big spike and then you're going to come down. You're then going to be tired. You're going to run to the break room. You're going to want something else that's a sugary snack. And you're just going to be constantly doing this to your blood sugar all day, which is why it's so hard for you to lose weight. It's so hard for you to focus throughout the day, and why you are in the position that you're in with your insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes and other metabolic diseases that it can lead to. Before we continue, everybody, I want to thank the sponsors of this video, and the sponsors are Element. Now, you know how much I say it is so important to make sure you drink enough water and stay hydrated. But you also know I hate boring water. I just cannot drink it. I need to have some type of flavoring, some type of taste if I'm gonna be drinking a gallon of water every single day. And that is when Element comes in. They have so many delicious flavors to choose from. And the most important thing is they have everything you need, which is salt with no sugar. It also contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 grams of magnesium. You can't beat that. Element electrolyte packets have no junk. They have no sugar, no artificial coloring, no gluten, no filters, and no BS. If you make your order with the link in the description below, they're gonna give you an 8-pack single serving so you can try all these amazing flavors. All you have to do is go to drinkelement.com/goodybeats. That's DRNKLMNT.com/goodybeats. All right, the next meal is gonna be for someone who is always on the go, someone who needs something very convenient. And what that is a fatty protein shake. So look, I get it. Not everybody can cook breakfast first thing in the morning. You're on the go, you gotta get the kids ready for school, you gotta get the kids dressed, you gotta make it to work on time, so you don't really have time to cook, but you still wanna get that fat, you still wanna get that protein, and you still wanna have a good breakfast that doesn't mess up your blood sugar, spike you, and something that will actually help you reverse your insulin resistance over time. And so a fatty protein shake will definitely help. So what you would do is find a protein that is the lowest in sugar. Then you would add some fat to it. What I like to do is add peanut butter to my protein shake is gonna help blunt that blood sugar spike, because the protein alone is obviously going to spike your insulin. But if you add peanut butter, that will definitely help that blood sugar from staying stable. And I would even go even farther and add more fat to it. So try to find some type of like full fat milk and add fiber to it as well. If you can do those two things, adding fat and fiber to that protein shake, you will not have a massive blood sugar spike. You'll get enough protein in, because again, protein is so important when you're trying to reverse your insulin resistance and reverse your type 2 diabetes, because the more muscle you have, the more your body can handle glucose, because muscle is like a sponge, and so it's gonna suck up all that glucose every time you have it, especially if you do some type of movement after you have that meal, like walking, a workout, some type of exercise, whatever. Just get moving. Your muscles are gonna demand that glucose, and they can handle it because you got muscle. But the only way to get that is you gotta have protein. And meal number 3, which is probably everybody's least favorite, and that is nothing. Fasting. Fasting is so beneficial to start your day off. Now, for me, when I first started my weight loss journey, boom, yes, that's how I used to look. I was huge into fasting. Guys, just go to my YouTube channel, my old videos. I was like the fasting king. I loved it. After I lost all that weight, I really wanted to focus on building muscle. So my main goal now is to build muscle. I want to retain as much muscle as possible. And for my goals, it just doesn't fit me to start fasting in the morning. I need to make sure I'm getting in 5 to 6 smaller meals in a day. But that's for me. But again, remember, I did reverse my insulin resistance, did reverse my obesity, and did reverse my type 2 diabetes. So there are levels to this, guys. So if you're watching this and you're overweight and you need to correct your metabolic health first, I would highly recommend fasting first before you start getting into muscle building and 5 to 6 meals a day. Let's focus on one thing at a time. And fasting is so beneficial. It is the perfect way to start your day off. You're not gonna be spiking your insulin, because guys, what you have to understand is even when you eat fat and protein, you're gonna get somewhat of a blood sugar spike no matter what. It's just not as high as if you were just eating a high carb meal. Doing fasting first in the morning and not eating until about lunchtime. I think the easiest way to fast is doing a 12 to 8 o'clock, eating at lunch, last meal at 8, and the rest of the 16 hours you are fasting. That's probably the easiest way to do it, because half of that time you're sleeping, and then when you get up in the morning, you're already like running out the door, you're getting ready for work, you're doing emails, you got meetings. By the time you look up at your computer, you're like, holy crap, it's 11:30. I got 30 more minutes till lunch. I'll just wait until lunch to eat. And so a lot of people have a lot of success doing intermittent fasting that way. The 16-8, having the first meal at lunchtime. But if you can incorporate these 3 things that we talked about, incorporate intermittent fasting first in the morning, then when you do have your second or third meal, make sure you're getting enough protein, enough fat, and enough fiber into that meal. We do not want to be snacking. We do not want to be eating naked carbs. So those are the 3 meals and the 3 things that you can do today. Anybody can do them today to help reverse your insulin resistance, help reverse your type 2 diabetes, bring your A1C down, bring your obesity levels down, and just overall be healthy, feel better. Because at the end of the day, guys, that is what we all want. We want to be the best, healthiest versions of ourselves that we possibly can. So I hope you guys did like this video. If you did, please let me know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing, fam? Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.